President Trump clashed with his defense secretary over the war with Iran. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Thursday, August 6th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Our first story is a Post exclusive. President Donald Trump's frustration over the Iran war boiled over at Camp David last week. Trump demanded answers from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth about why he had apparently been misled on extreme munitions shortages. Those shortages now threaten to limit military options with Iran and are part of the reason why Trump has pulled back from launching additional massive strikes against Iran in recent days. In particular, supplies of long-range guided missiles and air defense interceptors are running low. These munitions can take as long as 2 years to produce, so there's no immediate relief in sight for the shortages. But posting on Truth Social overnight, Trump denied the shortages. He said, quote, "The leakers of these treasonous statements are being hunted down. Long-term jail sentences will be sought." Number 2 is another Post exclusive. President Trump privately told donors that he wants to see Vice President J.D. Vance win the 2028 presidential election. Over the past year, Trump has publicly egged on a contest for his favor between Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. He has openly mused that the two would make a good joint ticket and has repeatedly declined to specify who he wants to see at the top. Here he is last October, speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One.
We have J.D., obviously. The vice president is great. I think Marco's great. I think, I'm not sure if anybody would run against us. I think if they ever formed a group, it would be unstoppable. I really do. I believe that.
But roughly 2 weeks ago, during a meeting with donors in the Oval Office, Trump gave a possible indication as to which way he is leaning. According to the Post's reporting, the president told the donors, "At the end of the day, we need to elect J.D." One advisor to Trump said the president has resolved that Vance will be the heir to the GOP. But other advisors and allies said they aren't convinced the president has settled on Vance, and they noted that Trump says different things to different people. Whoever he picks, Trump aides widely agree that the president will delay endorsing to avoid appearing to be a lame duck. A Republican senator said he obtained a copy of Anthony Fauci's phone. That's number 3. There's a lot of heat on Fauci right now. The retired government scientist faces a contempt vote in Congress today after he invoked his Fifth Amendment right not to answer questions during a hearing last week. Some Republicans allege that Fauci attempted to cover up a possible lab origin of the coronavirus pandemic. Fauci has denied those claims and said he declined to answer questions over concerns that lawmakers were trying to entrap him. Ahead of the contempt hearing today, Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson said he obtained a copy of Fauci's phone from the Trump administration. Johnson said the contents of the phone could address some of the questions Fauci refused to answer at last week's hearing. Fauci's contempt vote is expected to take place this morning. Check the Washington Post homepage for updates. Number 4. Abdul El-Sayed won a crucial Senate primary in Michigan. When we published yesterday's episode, this race was too close to call. But in the end, the progressive Democrat El-Sayed eked out a win over 4-term Representative Haley Stevens. That's noteworthy because Stevens had the near-unanimous backing of senior Democratic establishment figures in Washington and Michigan. She also benefited from $62 million in advertising spending by outside groups led by the influential pro-Israel lobby organization AIPAC. On CNN yesterday, El-Sayed turned his attention to his Republican opponent, Mike Rogers.
We have an opportunity right now to come together to embrace the idea that we can have an America that is affordable because Michiganders right now are suffering. We can actually address the housing crisis. We can address the fact that too many people worry about the fact that they might get sick and don't have the health care that they need and deserve. Mike Rogers is exactly the opposite of that.
Rogers appeared on Fox and Friends yesterday. He painted El-Sayed as an extremist.
This is really about the heart and soul of our country. I have never seen someone so radical, so extreme, get nominated by a political party, and the DSA...
If left-wing candidates like El-Sayed are successful in November, it could inform what kind of candidate Democrats choose in the 2028 presidential election. Number 5. An incredible new video of the sun supports a theory about what happens on its surface. Scientists using the Daniel K. Inouye Solar Telescope in Hawaii have managed to capture the sun's surface in amazing detail. Yesterday, researchers published a paper on what they found in the journal Nature. The footage shows the turbulent, vortex-like structures that make up the sun's surface. The unstable, roiling soup of plasma is about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. These images are also the first empirical evidence that these disturbances are created by a process called Kelvin-Helmholtz instability. That's when two fluids or gases next to each other move at different speeds. That causes wave patterns to form between them. The discovery could help scientists understand why the sun's outer atmosphere is so much hotter than its visible surface. To see the footage for yourself, follow the link in today's 7 newsletter. A top dermatologist shared what she eats each day for better skin. That's number 6. Studies have found that some foods contain nutrients that can reduce inflammation, protect against sun damage, and potentially even help your skin look more youthful. Other foods have the opposite effect. Michelle Henry is a dermatologist and dermatologic surgeon. She also, and this is relevant to this story, has great skin. So we asked her to tell us what we can eat to help our skin look better. She said that the eating pattern with the most evidence behind it is the Mediterranean diet. For breakfast, she has plain Greek yogurt with mixed berries, a spoonful of walnuts, ground flax, and a little olive oil on top. Yes, she swears the olive oil really works and is good for you. Then she has a big grain and vegetable bowl for lunch and goes all in on fish for dinner. She also avoids sugary carbs, which can fuel acne and age your skin. Her overall message, though, is that eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle, as well as always wearing sunscreen, is a better bet to improve your skin than any expensive supplement. And at number 7, we are putting Post readers to the test to check if they're really humans. It is a frustrating task for everyone who uses the internet. Can you click all the boxes with traffic lights, bicycles, or motorcycles? These visual quizzes, known as CAPTCHAs, are an even more frustrating task if you're a robot. That's why websites use them, to prevent bots from posting spam or snapping up Taylor Swift tickets, beating out actual human customers. The problem is, there are a lot of bots out there. According to Cloudflare, bots account for around 60% of global web traffic. And the bots are getting smarter. Tricky visual CAPTCHAs can now be solved by AI, so companies are having to adapt and try and outwit them. Which leads us to you. Our reporters made a fun and frustrating quiz to test readers on 25 years of CAPTCHAs. If you want to take it and see if you can beat ChatGPT to the answers, follow the link in today's 7 newsletter. All right, you're all caught up. If you're looking for that newsletter and listening to this on a podcast platform like Apple or Spotify, you can find a link in the description of today's episode. Or just Google the 7 from the Washington Post. You can get the newsletter delivered to your inbox early every weekday morning. It has links to all the stories I talk about here on the podcast, and it's totally free. I'm Hannah Jewell, and I am a human. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.